Hello to all my new viewers and my subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. In today's recipe, we are going to be making a really delicious smoked turkey quiche that is really amazing with some good smokiness with a nice and flaky pastry. For the ingredients, I have some frozen butter, some flour, I have sugar and salt, and we are going to use this to create a really nice and flaky pastry for our smoked turkey quiche. In goes the flour. The flour is also cold. I'm adding the salt. We're gonna go in with the butter. And as you can see, the butter is rock hard. I had this in my freezer, and we're gonna use a pastry cutter and we're gonna break it down into hazelnut size. And let's add some sugar to this. We're gonna go ahead and use our pastry cutter as mentioned before, and I'm using the pastry cutter to break down the butter into the flour until it becomes kind of mealy like this, but still has some round pieces of butter resembling hazelnut. So now I'm gonna go in with my hand to break all the butter and the flour pieces up, and by this time it should have already begun to come together. It's still a little bit dry, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use some ice cold water, and we're gonna sprinkle some ice cold water to bring it completely together into a ball. Although it's very cold, it doesn't take long at all. And we're gonna wrap this and place it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. After 2 hours, it's ready to use, and I've floured the countertop. And I'm gonna roll this out. Just about 1/4 inch in thickness, but longer than my pie dish. You want to make sure that you are constantly flouring the surface so that the pie crust will not stick. Roll it on the rolling pin, and I'm going to roll it over on my pie dish. If you freeze it overnight, you will reduce a lot of the shrinking, or you place a lot of pie weights or dry peas in it, you will reduce a lot of the shrinking. Trim the edges. And I'm just going to do any design of my choice. Don't worry about the beauty of the pie crust too much. The quiche will be really amazing and really smoky. And if you love meat the way I love meat, this is going to be loaded with smoked turkey. And I found these smoked turkey legs at my local supermarket. And we are almost done. Beautiful. So now we're going to place it in the refrigerator until the filling is done. Now that our pie crust is in the oven, we're going to go ahead and caramelize our onions and the additional flavors. So I'm going in with 2 tablespoons of butter on medium heat. Now I'm going to go in with the onions. This is 1 cup of onion sliced because I'm looking for the aesthetic of the quiche. What you're gonna look for is the caramelization of the onions. Not burnt, but caramelized. And the flavor is gonna go amazing with our smoked turkey. Coat the onions in the butter. And this way it's gonna caramelize much faster, especially if you use a cast iron skillet for caramelization. Now we have some nice color going, and this is going to continue to caramelize. I'm going to add 1 cup of chopped bell peppers. I'm going to scrape this to the side. And I'm adding 2 blocks of frozen spinach. I added the onions and peppers to the side because the spinach has water and I don't want it to hinder the caramelization of the onions. Okay, from here, as the water has dried out, I am going to add everything. And you could turn off the stove at this point because you're going to use the residual heat to break down the spinach. As you already know, we will be making smoked turkey quiche. So here I have 1 smoked turkey that I went ahead and I chopped into pieces. And you could remove the skin or you could leave some of the skin in your quiche. It's up to you. For the custard, I have 4 eggs and I'm adding just a pinch of salt because the turkey has loads of salt. Just to salt the eggs. About half cup of cooking cream, and I'm going to whisk this until it's nice and creamy. The pie crust has been blind baked, although it shrunk a little bit. That's totally okay. You can go in with a spatula and press it out a little bit and it's going to come back to where it's supposed to be, especially if you're looking for height. Now I'm going with a layer of smoked turkey. Some green onions, some of our caramelized onions, and I'm going to distribute this. Smoked turkey again, and this quiche will not have any cheese. Green onions, and the rest of the caramelized onion, peppers and spinach. And this is going to be absolutely flavorful. Now you just want to pour your custard over everything. So we're going to go ahead and pop this in the oven and we're going to bake it until the center is still a little bit jiggly. Our smoked turkey quiche is done and it's very, very hot, but it's still a bit jiggly in the center. And we're going to leave it to cool and set. It looks amazing inside. The quiche is officially done and I'm grabbing a slice, and it's really amazing. It smells nice and smoky, very similar to ham. And if you are a meat lover, you will totally enjoy this. Thank you for joining. See you on another good day for another great recipe.